This term, I'd say I learned a lot about the technicalities, um, in terms of both cameras and obviously editing software. I learned the intricacies of the cameras and obviously the tripods as well. I'd already had like a understanding of the basics of them, so like I knew what everything did pretty much, but like not the advanced sort of stuff. So now I feel like I've got a good hold on that. I got a lot more comfortable with Premiere Pro as well. I started learning a lot more about like what the capabilities of it were, like the full like capacity of what it could do, like all of the effects, the graphics, everything that it could do. So I got a lot more comfortable with that. I feel as if I improved my organizational skills as well with obviously the social distancing. So I've had to obviously set up and arrange interviews on a range of different apps, whether it be Zoom or Teams, and obviously adapt to that. So um, in terms of challenges, I'd say one of them is obvious. It'd be like learning from home and obviously um, not getting face-to-face interviews. So you've obviously, like I said earlier, you have to adapt. And yeah, I think it did maybe hinder my experience a bit. Um, but if anything, it only slowed me down. Like I still got the hang of everything in the end, so it was all good. Um, in terms of developing skills away from the workshop, I think the work that was set to do in our own time, I think that really helped. I think that it always made sure I was always busy, and it just kept me on my toes to keep a reminder of everything that like so I wouldn't forget anything that I'd learned in the workshop. It also allowed me the freedom to pursue and explore stories. So it always kept you needing to find another story and obviously keeping you in the mix of things. I also got a lot of time to hone in on my editing skills on Premiere Pro. So I figured out a lot to do with that, and I think that really helped me. Um, so my main focus when it comes to story ideas, for the TV package, I aim to do a story on the opening of the new TGI Fridays restaurant in town. I've previously attempted to last term get an interview for it, but they weren't able to give me an interview. I think the CEO or the manager was busy, so they said they kept my email and they said they'd email me back, and luckily I got an email saying that they'll be willing to take interviews in the near future. So I plan on doing one of those, getting an interview on that, and yeah, hopefully that all goes well. My backup story, just in case that doesn't work out, I'm pretty interested in obviously with the indoor seating not being open yet, companies that are reliant on like their buildings, their companies being like mainly indoors, so they don't have outdoor seating. So how do they get affected? Because obviously there are restaurants that do like click and collect and stuff, and that's all good, but there are companies that don't have that option. So I'd like to see how what their struggles are, and find out some story through that. But that's only if the TGIs doesn't work. I think the TGIs will be my main one. In the story, I plan on hopefully getting a video interview call with hopefully the general manager. We'll see, and I'd like to show obviously like what the TGIs has to offer, and some questions would be like why choose Lincoln? I think this restaurant is going to be a special one. It's famous at Fridays or something. So hopefully I can find out more about that and figure out what the difference between a famous at Fridays restaurant and a normal Fridays would be. Probably I'd like to get some photos of the restaurant and obviously what food and drink they put on offer. And then in terms of improvements that I think I need to make going into next year, I think the main thing would probably be because I think I've got the confidence to be in front of the camera, be recording my voice or whatever. I think that's all good and well. I think the only thing is making my voice sound I guess less monotone, because I think I've got quite a monotone voice, and I think sometimes listening back it makes me seem, I guess, less interested in the story sometimes. Maybe, I don't know. I think if I wanted to improve something, that'd be the main thing. Find a more enthusiastic and, I guess, happier voice. So we'll see if I can work on that. And I think maybe also working on like, because obviously we was refreshed on the cameras and what each like component does and stuff, but I don't know, there's a lot of different like knobs and buttons and bits that you have to try and remember. So I think I often like, well, not often, but I sometimes forget like what each bit does. So I think to improve, I'd want to cement like what each bit does, how it works and all that stuff, and then hopefully I'd be able to implement like new ways of camera work into my TV packages, radio packages, all of that stuff. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to figure out, because there's a lot of buttons on there like that are, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure of what their purpose is in terms of video, but obviously I'd be interested in exploring it and figuring out the camera and how everything works and what to do with each bit. In terms of radio, I don't think there's anything else I'd plan on improving. I guess in general, maybe my time management as well, because sometimes I find myself being like, I'll get the things done, but I'd like to be a bit more organized in that aspect, I suppose, so I can have, I guess, because I do prepare things and stuff, but usually I don't complete the whole thing until like later on. I usually leave it a bit longer. So I think in terms of that, maybe my preparation, but yeah, those are the things I improve on.